Okay, welcome to Uni App. Welcome to the course Introduction to Public Speaking and Writing with the course code PSW201. I am Margaret Emmanuel. I'm in Nigeria. Introduction. This course aims to introduce students to the concepts, the importance, and basic elements of public speaking and help them build foundational confidence in speaking before an audience. This course aims at giving the student the opportunity to look into the basic elements of public speaking, talking about how can you approach your audience, how can you talk to your audience, what are the things you have to know in order to talk or communicate effectively. We move to the next one. Definition. Public speaking is the act of communicating information to an audience intentionally and effectively. Look at the keywords there. Intentionally, meaning that you are doing it consciously, and effectively, meaning that you are expecting an effective feedback. Usually, to inform could be in the classroom, could be a seminar, could be a lecture, could be a seminar, could be a webinar, and so on. And to persuade, debate, kind of it, argumentative, align or compelling other person to take or observe or in fact take in your opinions, and also to entertain. Could be a short story, it could be a poem, it could be anything that entertains or bring people to ease themselves. And then of course, public speaking involves the sender who is the encoder. He is the speaker who has the idea, which is the message in which the sender or the encoder has to send to the receiver. And then the audience serves as the receiver. Yes, the audience serves as the receiver, the decoders of the idea or the message that is being encoded. And then we also have the medium in which you use to communicate. It could be your voice, could be a gesture. Under gesture, we have verbal and non-verbal cues, and then we have visuals, the pictorial aspect of it. You can use pictures, you can use artistics and stuff like that, imagery to represent whatever you want to speak to the audience. And then we also have feedback. In any effective communication, there must be a feedback. And then, of course, the audience must respond either by asking question or asking for clarity. We move to purpose of public speaking. Public speaking serves several practical and academic functions. We have to inform. For informing, that is the aspect of the lecturing, the seminar, and then we have for persuading. I've said it before, that is the aspect of debate, campaign speech. All these politicians, maybe when they are going out for campaign, they will be like trying to, give a speech that will compel, their audience to align to their opinions. And then entertaining could be a toast, it could be a storytelling, could be a poem, poetry, and so on. Inspiring and motivating orientation speech, maybe it could be a church orientation speech, and so on. And then importance of public speaking. We have different importance, several importance of public speaking. Now, the first one is to build confidence and leadership. Public speaking, when you are able to address the public effectively, it builds your confidence, it builds your leadership skills. And then we have to enhance academic and professional communication. You communicate effectively with your classmates, with your colleagues, and the people around you. And then professional communication maybe could be in your field of study, your endeavor. It could be when you go out, to do practical aspects of it. And then, of course, it helps organize thoughts clearly. Okay, public speaking helps to organize thoughts clearly. And then of course improve social interaction and influence. It improves social interaction. You can imagine a child that cannot speak very well, the child cannot speak fluently, the child cannot express his or her emotions. That child will not mix up socially with his or her peers. And then of course, imagine this other child that is fluent, can speak very well. you see that he or she will be doing very well with the praise, with the social interaction. You will interact very well, you communicate very well, and then of course people will be like, wow, I love this person. And then it also strengthens pronunciation. It strengthens your pronunciation. When you are well vested with the elements of public speaking, it strengthens your pronunciation, the way you pronounce words, the way you speak, both internally and externally, and then it will reduce stress and fluency. Okay, it gives you a good stress pattern, and then it gives you fluency. We have elements of public speaking. These elements are the things we have to consider in public speaking. Number one, we have the voice. The voice should be clear, should be audible, should pronounce the words very well. Eye contact whenever you are communicating, whenever you are speaking to the public, you should maintain a good eye contact connection with your audience. We have body language, posture, gestures, facial expression. This also contributes to communicate to your audience, because if it is a large audience that cannot hear what you are saying, or maybe they're not clear, what they are saying is not clear, from your facial expression, your gestures, your verbal cues or non-verbal cues can also give them an edge to understand what you are talking about. And then the next one is confidence. Whenever you are addressing the public, you have to be calm, you have to be positive, you must have a positive mindset in order for you to represent and communicate effectively. The next one is content. Your content, your ideas, your message that you want to communicate should be well organized. It should be well organized. And then we have the audience awareness, adjusting to listeners' needs. Okay, you have to adjust. And then of course, if the listener is not comfortable, if the environment is not comfortable, there is no way your listeners will listen to you. For example, if your listener, maybe you are giving a speech and then rain comes, you understand, there's no way your listeners or your audience will stand under the rain. So of course these two contribute to effective public speaking. Okay, and with this, we've come to the conclusion. Public speaking is a vital skill that helps students become confident communicators. Mastering begins with understanding what it is. When you understand the idea, when you understand the topic, whatever you want to talk about, your speech, what you are about to give the audience, what you're about to speak to the audience, when you are able to understand it, it will be very easy for you to do that. And then, of course, why we need it? We need public speaking because Nigeria is evolving. The world is evolving. We need digital people that are digitally interested, communicators, and so on. So, public speaking is one of the vital tools that we need, vital skill that we need as communicators to make our work easy. And then, how to apply the basic principles during communication. These are the main aim of this topic. Thank you for listening. Hoping to see you again. Bye.